channel, The Chosen One. And welcome to my channel. This is a channel for basically self improvement, self development, and basically about semen. This is semen channel also as well too. Because I always talk about semen, so this is a SR content. It help men to better improve the self development, help become powerful, get back in their masculine state. Now, I'm here to come to y'all about topic, which is basically like first it's just okay. I'll go start y'all with this one. So 3 days ago, I was looking at my job, right, and I was working my own business, right. Check this out. Now there's this girl, right, that these girls and all of them, I work with men and girl, right, and this girl, put pants. I don't know what she's trying to do, but I ran like 3 times. I ran, right, and yes, I've been going to the gym and working out a lot, and I've been getting stronger. The workouts is becoming easier, become more my I get a physique that I always want, superior body physique also as well too. And I did cable punches, so basically decreased the strength of my punches. So I hit somebody and knocked out one time. And I'm not gonna lie, the strength I have, the body, and all that stuff is there, but it's not there yet. But I gotta keep on going though. Now back to the topic. Um, I ran away from her though, and I had to dodge her a lot, a lot, a lot. And what is crazy is that after I dodge her, like not a person attack, not physically attack, but to attack the journey that I'm on, right? Now I was talking to this one guy, right? Now the stuff that he said, what he said, I respect the boldness and the confidence that he tried. He tried it. So I was talking about how when a female bend over, I look away. I look away like to the left and right, or I run right. And he's saying that dude, he was like attacking because the energy I felt was the energy of he's trying to lead me and guide me into you know, into temptation, And he told me that actually I have a masturbation problem. I told him no. And then on top of that, he said that I'm scared of women, and then he said I live in a bubble. He said I'm living in like a cage and all that, and he was trying so hard to convince me that I'm wrong for doing what I'm doing. That's what he was doing. He was convincing me, saying that I'm wrong for doing what I'm doing. And what I heard him he didn't really say it out of his own two mouth, but he was saying it in a message where he's like secretly telling me like in a different way that saying that I'm wrong for like doing this and I'm going against my nature. First of all, my nature is not that. Second of all, I have self control. I'm a virgin also as well. But one thing I'm not gonna do is look at females' butt or breasts and goose on because that is not my girl. I'm not doing that. They said, oh, he said, even though that girl has a boyfriend, still look and take a glance, just take a look. You can look at it and you can have self control. Here's another thing you need to understand. When it comes to like ascending to a powerful level, it requires sacrifice. That's where retention comes from. And this guy was trying to get me to eye pleasure. And you wanna know what the crazy part is? That the fact is he told me he masturbate. He told people, like one of those people, he masturbate 3 times a day. That's gay. Let's be honest. Three times that it's not good for a man to masturbate. They should never do it in the first place. Never do that. And don't watch porn, don't have sex, don't edge, and all that because that's your life force energy. And I'm not saying sex is bad, but all I'm just saying is when it comes to sin to a higher level, godlike level, it requires sacrifice. That's where semen heritage come in. Semen heritage, no masturbation, no porn, no sex, no edging, no missing your head for women, all that. And that's why it's so important to gather that life force energy, become powerful, become dominant, become assertive, and attract opportunities and things will work in your favor. And that's why it's important that all men must practice this, even in the gym, even out there, all that. They must practice this and stop releasing 7 times, 3 times a day, every day, just because it feels good. You gotta understand, like, take a break from it, like 7 months, 8 months if you're married. It's not that hard to do that. And that's why it's very, very important that if you want to have that bitch onto you, have that attraction with that woman, you have to retain, no matter what. And that's why a lot of these men don't, they don't, they drop it like flies, let's be honest. And that's why it's best to remain grounded in this energy and become more powerful each and every day. And that's why we cannot waste it like just like that because it's not just water or fluid, it's our power, it's our life force energy. Sperm is our power. It belongs to us. And that's why we need to harness it to become powerful like Goku, but at the same time, you gotta watch out for any people who's gonna try to get you off the journey and try to lead you into it. And that's what they're gonna try to do. They like here's another thing you need to understand. Satan doesn't use the dumb people, dumb men and all that. He used the smart ones. That's what he does. He used the smart ones. And when he used the smart ones, he'll do whatever it takes to like use them to get you to like lead you and persuade you, or and not only that, shame you into like look at female butt, goose and breasts, and they try to tempt you. They do the same thing, and knowing we look at that, it's like they but you just it's like something zap you. It's like like trying to grab you and zap your energy. Then you start feeling soft and all that stuff. And that's why it's important to guard and watch and protect your eyes and run. Because I remember one time when I was in the back room, sorry about poor pants, I ducked to the left and ran and I almost failed. But I didn't look. I glad I dodged. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad I got some good head movement because I'm very blessed. God blessed me with a great head movement. And I'm not gonna lie, when I run, away from women and dodge them, all types of ones. I'm not gonna lie, it feels good. It feels very good. I'm not gonna lie, it feels very good. But at the same time, if you want the success, if you want the life that you want, this is very important. So you practice semen retention and eye retention also as well too. And yeah, there's gonna be a lot of men who gonna say, "Oh, you gay, you're weird, you hate women. Oh, what did women do to you? Are you scared of women?" And trust and believe, they will try to like like trick your mind and trick you and persuade you and shaming you like into doing it. And there's been voices in my head said, "Oh, well, every single time I'm running away from women. Every single time I dodge them. Every single time I do this, voices in my head say, "Oh, do you hate women?" And I just rebuke that in the name of Jesus, and I just block it out and all that. And today, what actually happened? Okay, let me tell you something. Yesterday, I went to the gym. I was working out and all that, and I helped out this woman, and she's abstinent. Yes, celibate. And I told her to watch out for a man that will use her and abuse her. And I told her about semen retention also too. I told this man about semen retention also as well too. And as soon as I told her that, I walked out of the building. And then my throat start to get, Start to hurt. The top of my throat start to hurt. And I was walking and I made it back to the house, I started to get sick. And I started to like roll around the bed. I couldn't sleep, and my head had migraine. I started blowing off my nose and feel a little like sick and all that. But I already know it's a spell. It's a witchcraft spell placed upon me to like make sure I don't go to that gym and transmute my sexual energy, so I can get like you wanna know how I know it's a spell. How I know it's a witchcraft spell is because I was getting sexual urges. It's like I couldn't move. Somebody placed this spell on me. Spiritual wickedness high place also will too. Cast this spell upon me, this sickness spell upon me, to like try to get me aroused. You know what I did? I said play it. Two can play at that game, right? And I didn't go to work today because of that also. So what I did was get on my treadmill right there, right behind me. Yep, that's the treadmill right there. And I got up and I got on the treadmill and I ran on there. And then on top of that, I started lifting weights and all that while I'm feeling like this way. And then what I did was walk all the way to the gym today and work out. It worked out while I was at the gym. It just kept working out, kept working out, and kept working out. And I don't care. Like if I'm feeling this way, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna work out because I always work out 3 times a day or 2 times a day. And even though I was feeling that way, I already know what it was going on. It was just a spell cast upon me, so I cannot like trace my situation, so I can just stay home and then might end up like doing. I'm not saying I will do it, but knowing that spell, this is how I know Satan's mad. Because why now, after I'm doing good, changing my sexual energy and all that, it's just lifting weights and like torturing my chest and all that. Now I'm getting sexual urges. I get sick. I start blowing my nose. I start, having this headache. It's just that's what witchcraft spells does. Like I'm just transferring my energy and resisting any temptation and avoid any temptation. Running away from women when they pull up their pants, running away from women when they bend over, running away from women and they do some kind of things and all that stuff, and look away also as well too. Always look away. And I just go to the gym and like torture my body and just transmute, make sure that sexual urge, all those urges are transmuted. Now I'm starting to feel this way. Now I start to get attacked with like the sickness. And this is how I know it's a spell and the witch places upon me because they said, okay, he's not masturbating, he's not watching porn, he's not having sex, he's not edging, he's not seeing head for women. I gotta do something. I gotta get him in his weaker state. I gotta get him to the point where he cannot transmute or exercise. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cast a spell upon him and see where it goes. And this is how I know it was basically from saying, and a witch also as well too, or warlocks, because I know it's mostly for warlocks, and that's why I have to transmute this, and that's why I have to keep on going, keep on pushing, and just keep on going. Like I don't care if I feel sick and all. I know that I don't get sick like that. It's just a spell. But I'm not gonna sit here and just lay in bed while I have a sexual urge. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna get that extra energy. I'm gonna transmute that extra energy and make it to help make me like improve, more powerful, and more better and new improved. I'm not sitting here and I'm not gonna just sit here and just sit here just be docile and not go to the gym and transmute my energy. That's my seed. That's my life force energy. That's my power. And I'm not gonna get off it for anything. And that's why you have to have this mindset of like, because if you want to be on that godlike state, you have to make sacrifices. You have to make a decision. You have to make a decision on to better your life, to attract the blessings, to attract the dream job, to attract the car, to attract anything you want. You have to do this. It starts here. See more attention and our attention. It starts here. Yes, you're gonna get attacked. they're attacked for basically not looking at females' glutes and breasts and bend over and all that. And yes, you're gonna get attacked for practicing semen retention. No masturbation, no porn, no sex, no energy, no receiving head, no nothing. You're gonna get attacked because you're doing something right. You're doing something that the 99.9% of men cannot do. A lot of men are not doing this. So when they see a decent looking woman, they just they just go get with her and want to have sex with her. That's it. They kept on going and drain themselves and don't want to practice a like semen retention. That's what they do. A lot of men do this, and that's why basically they can't ascend to a level. And you wanna know why they get mad because you talk about this? Because they can't do it themselves. The reason why they say it's fake because they don't practice this. They can't do it because they listen to lustful music. They drink alcohol. They talk about, oh, listen to Lil Wayne, talk about sexual stuff back there, and all these things. And that's why they like when they see a man like you, you're a reflection of who they should have been in the first place. So when they do that, you gotta understand that when they say you weird for not masturbating, they saying that oh I hate that you don't masturbate. When they say oh you hate women, they actually saying that I hate you for not being doing the stuff that we do. Like you always gotta decode the message behind the other message. Like the stuff that these men say is a cover up message, which is actually not the actual real message. But the real message is behind the cover up message. That's why you gotta decode. You gotta decode it. That means discernment and wisdom. That's where sea merchants come in. Cause you gotta understand, like when it comes to people, you gotta be 30 and 50 steps ahead of them. Like that's why you gotta study and read and look at videos like relapsing videos. The first excuse me, the first videos that when I first got on the journey years ago, I'm still on it. And no, then I relapse. But the first time I got on sea merchants, the first videos that I searched up is relapsing videos. The main reason why I searched it up is to avoid what they're doing. What made them do this? What made them relapse? What made them do all these stuff? And what I searched, I look at all the videos of relapsing of these men, how they relapse. I looked it all up. And when I looked it all up, I studied and I learned from them. So I cannot be in that same state that happened to them. And that's why basically I did these things. Why? So I can avoid relapsing. So I can avoid doing these things. Because if you want to retain your life force energy, if you want to get on semen retention, you have to do this. If you want it to become more easier, yeah, it's gonna be hard, but if you want it to become more easier, you have to practice semen retention and eye retention. It's very important. Right now, I'm about to go. You take care. Y'all both have blessed days. This Big Joe, the chosen one. Make sure y'all join my more of my YouTube channel, and I could come up with actual bangers and also as well too. And I might get a camera set, another camera stand. So basically, while I'm working out, I could work out and make some workout videos of what I do. And I'll see y'all later. I catch y'all later. Because make sure y'all practice semen retention and eye retention because this is very important. This is very, very important. Never forget that. Don't let nobody tell you. Don't let a man or woman tell you. This is important. If you want a better life, change your life, this is the way. Take care. Have a blessed day.